Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lottie and today I'm going to be doing the 50 questions tag. So I was tagged by Becca from the Becca File to do this tag, but it's not just going to be a normal tag video today. I thought this would be a really great opportunity to introduce you to my new kittens. I also wanted to film this and watch them. I've spent a lot of time doing other things today and they've not really had a lot of human interaction, so I thought this would be a nice video to film so I can get some content for you guys as well as keep an eye on my babies. So if you have not heard about my kittens yet, I mentioned it in my Queen of Shadows vlog, but I know not everyone will have seen that, especially because that vlog contains spoilers. But basically a few weeks ago we very suddenly we're in a situation where we were acquiring 4 cats. We've got mama cat Cora, who's only about 12 months old, and then she has hey sweetie, she's got 3 kittens who are 8 weeks on the, oh god, what's the date today, the 27th, on the 29th of August. I'm gonna go through the questions in this tag and show you the babies as we carry on. It's nearly feeding time for them, so they are probably going to be a bit restless. Yeah. So question 1 is, what's your favourite candle scent? I quite like fresh linen and ocean scents, like anything that's really fresh. I'm not a big fan of stuff that's like fruity or really strong, but like fresh linen is probably my favourite candle scent, which is really boring, but I don't know, it's just a really nice smell. Question 2 is, which female celebrity do you wish were your sister? And I was a bit worried about this question because I was trying to just be like, not say someone that I have a crush on. But yeah, I think I would like Billie Eilish to be my sister, because she just reminds me a lot of myself when I was her age. And I don't know, I just feel like she's really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna say Billie Eilish. By the way, this is Hercules. He's so cute. So he's my little tuxedo boy. Question 3, which male celebrity do you wish were your brother? Oh my god, I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie, I don't pay a lot of attention to male celebrities. So, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of someone who's famous. I'm gonna say Ryan Reynolds. I really like him. I think he's really funny. So I think he would be like a really cool like older brother. I have decided to change my answer to this question. I'm gonna say Tom Holland for obvious reasons. He seems like a really cool dude and like he'd be a really cool kind of brother. I think we're about the same age, so yeah, I think he'd be pretty cool. Question 4, how old do you think you'll be when you marry? I don't know if I ever want to get married. When I was a bit younger, I kind of thought, oh yeah, like I'll have it all planned out, like I'll be married by the time I'm 25. I'm 24 and I'm not even in a relationship. So I genuinely I don't know if I ever want to get married. I mean, I suppose if I meet the right person, you know, it's something to consider then, but it's just not something I really think about. So I don't know. Question 5, do you know someone who is a hoarder? My brother. He's a bit of a hoarder. Stop it. My brother is a bit of a hoarder. This is Wanda. Ow! His bedroom is just always full of stuff. So he's a bit of a hoarder. I guess, I mean, I'm not so much of a hoarder because I have like organised mess, but I am a bit guilty of like just chucking stuff in my wardrobe and forgetting about it. But I'm pretty good at like clearing stuff out. I don't get a lot of like sentimental attachment to stuff. So I say my brother is probably a lot more of a hoarder than me. Sorry, Matt. Question 6, can you do the splits? Absolutely not. I'm very jealous of people who can do the splits, but it's not something I've ever really attempted to try and do. So yeah. Question 7, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? I think I was a bit older than kind of what you expect a lot of kids to start riding a bike. We used to go on a lot of holidays when I was younger to centre parks, so you kind of like need a bike when you're there. It's just what a lot of people do. Stop chewing my laptop. It's just kind of like what a lot of people do. So I kind of was like forced to learn to ride a bike for that. So I think I was probably about 7, 8 or 9, somewhere between there. I haven't ridden a bike in a really long time though, so I genuinely don't think that I can remember how to ride one. And this is Percy. We thought he was a girl, so he was Persephone, but he's now Perseus, which It's not meant to be a Percy Jackson reference. I kind of wanted to call him Pietro to go with Wanda, but my mom doesn't like the nickname Pete, so he's Percy. And then this is Cora. She's their mother. Yeah. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Question 8, how many oceans have you swam in? I've pretty much only been in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, somebody's about to take a big shit. Do you have to do that now? Pretty much only been in the Atlantic Ocean. I haven't been abroad very much, not to go in the sea anyway. I know you're hungry, we'll feed you in a bit. I've pretty much only been in the Atlantic Ocean. I've probably been in the sea somewhere in Cyprus, so I guess the Mediterranean as well. Yep, that's a good girl. You got it. You've got it. Yep. Yep, well done. You don't need to dig the wall. Question 9 is, how many countries have you visited? Not many, to be honest. I've been to Germany a couple of times. I've been to Mallorca, I've been to Cyprus, both when I was really, really young, so I don't really remember. And I've been to France to go to Disneyland Paris a few times in my life when I was quite young, and most recently was about 2019. I've passed through the Netherlands and I've passed through Belgium on my way to Germany one of the times because we drove. I was on a school trip, and that's the route the coach took. It was a 13-hour drive, which was not fun, but it was a really good trip, so I enjoyed that. So yeah, I've only been to those countries, however many I said. Question 10 is, anyone in your family in the army? My uncle was in the army. He really sadly passed away in November last year, but yeah, he was in the army, but other than my uncle, nobody else. Question 11, what would you name your daughter if you had one? I've genuinely never thought about this. I don't think I want to have children, I just want my cats. So I've not really ever considered the answer to this question. Question 12, what would you name your son if you had one? Stop eating my feet. Again, I've not really thought about this. Question 13, what's the worst grade you got on a test? I think it was probably my AS levels. I don't remember exactly, but I think I got something like E's or U's on a few of them, which was a big slap in the face after, oh my god, there's a wasp just come in the fucking bedroom. It was a big shock after getting A stars and A's on my GCSEs. A few of those I retook for my A levels, but mostly in the end I came out with a D in my A-level biology because I didn't want to retake something. You know, it is what it is. Also, I didn't want to trap it. No, don't sting me. 4 kittens, a fucking wasp. Question 14, what was your favourite TV show as a kid? I used to really love Hannah Montana. I think that was probably one of my favourites. And the stuff that was on Nickelodeon, especially Nicktoons, so Fairly Odd Parents, SpongeBob as well. I really like SpongeBob. Preferred American TV to British, to be honest. I really loved Supernatural when I was about 15. Yeah, I haven't watched it in a really long time, and I'd like to finally finish it. No, it's okay. Get away from the wasp. Get away from the wasp because it will sting you. Stop biting me. Stop biting me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Supernatural. I really liked to continue it or finish it because I can't remember where I got up to. It was something like season 12 I think I've seen up to, and I'd really like to finish it at some point, but I want to rewatch it all from the beginning as well, so it's going to be a process. 15, what did you dress up for on Halloween when you were 8? I don't remember. Halloween's not something I've ever really dressed up for, but there's been some ones where it was an angel one year. I've been a vampire, I've been a zombie, I've been a witch or the Bride of Frankenstein or something as well. So yeah, I can't remember anything specific, but especially when I was 8. But yeah, those are some things I've dressed up as. Question 16, have you read Harry Potter, Hunger Games or Twilight? I've read all of those. I used to quite like Harry Potter, but for obvious reasons I don't really pay much attention to it anymore. I love the Hunger Games, I still love Twilight. 17, would you rather have an American or a British accent? It's not something I've ever really thought about. I have the accent I have. Did your mom go to university? Yes, she did. She went as a mature student. The wasp is back. No. No. I think the wasp's gone. It was carrying a bit of cat food. Never seen that before. What question was I on? Did your mom go to university? Yeah, she went as a mature student. when I was like finishing school and starting university. She studied law and she then got her Masters of Law. Question 19, are your grandparents still married? No, because both of my grandmas have passed away. On my dad's side, they got divorced, and then my nan, she died, I think it was 2019. And then on my mum's side, my grandma, she died when my mum was really young, so I never had the chance to meet her, unfortunately. Question 20, have you ever taken karate lessons? Nope. Question 21, do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Of course I do. Like, who doesn't know? Who doesn't know Kermit? Question 22, what was the first amusement park you visited? I don't remember. I've been to Disneyland Paris, and we went when I was quite young for like the first time. I've been to Alton Towers as well, so I was probably went there when I was quite young, and Drayton Manor as well. Question 23, what language would you like to be fluent in? I would like to try and start learning German again. I did it at school and obviously like just never carried it on. I did try and do it a little bit on Duolingo once upon a time as well, but I would quite like to be able to speak German again. I would also quite like to learn Japanese. I really like Japanese culture. I think it's really interesting, so I'd really like to be able to speak Japanese. Question 24, do you spell it grey with an A or grey with an E? Grey with an E because I'm from England. 25, is your father bald? Yeah, he's been bald as long as I can remember. Pretty much all the men on my dad's side of the family are bald. Question 26, do you know triplets? I don't. I know a few sets of twins, but I don't think I've ever met any triplets as far as I'm aware. 27, do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? I've never seen The Notebook and I have no intention to, so I'm gonna go for Titanic. Question 28, have you ever had Indian food? Yeah, we've got a local curry house that is really, really nice, but I've had Indian food most of my life. Question 29, what's the name of your favourite restaurant? I don't think I have a favourite restaurant. I don't know, yeah, I don't think I have a favourite restaurant, favourite place to get food from. Question 30, have you ever been to Nando's? Of course. Are you even British if you've ever been? I'm being bitten. My toes are being bitten. Question 31, do you belong to any warehouse stores? No, I don't. Question 32, what would your parents have named you if you'd been the opposite gender? I'm not sure. I'm sure my mom told me once that she would have called me Lewis if I was a boy. I don't know where I've got that from. I don't know if it's true, but I'm not sure on that. Question 33, what's your nickname? Lottie is obviously a nickname. I don't tend to go by Lottie in real life. I kind of only use it on online. People also call me Shah. Question 34. Who's your favourite person in the world? My family, I guess. My mum and my dad and my step-parents and my brother. Question 35. Would you rather live in the country or the city? Having lived both, I prefer to live in the city. I love the convenience of being able to walk to the city centre and like good public transport. I love being able to order stuff from restaurants and to be able to get it delivered to my house. What a concept. I don't particularly like living rural. I think it's nice if you're over a certain age, but for me, I want convenience of city life because I can't drive as well. The public transport where I live right now is not very good. It's not very frequent, and plus I can't get anything delivered. The only places that do deliver or, you know, there's limited choice. So yeah, and plus there's like nothing to do either, you know? You kind of have to plan to go out and do something, and you have to take into account like bus times or train times, whereas like when I used to live in a city, there was so much to do. Like I could go golfing, not mini golf, there was bars, there's clubs, there was all sorts, and I wouldn't have to worry about what time I'd have to come home to get like the last bus or the last train, and I have to worry about that now. So yeah, I much prefer living in a city. Question 36 is, can you whistle? Not really. I'm better at doing it than I used to be, but I still can't really whistle. Question 37, do you sleep with the nightlight? I used to for quite a long time, but not anymore. I can't really sleep now if there's like any light. I need pitch black. Question 38, do you eat breakfast every morning? I try to. Sometimes if I feel really anxious or sick or whatever, I will skip it. But for the most part, I do try and eat breakfast every morning because I will be starving by the time it's time for lunch, especially when I'm at work. So I do try and eat breakfast every morning. Usually it's just like a bagel, toasted bagel with like some spread on it, and then I like nutritional yeast on it as well. Or sometimes if I'm not feeling that, I'll have cereal. But I'm really funny about textures with food, and a lot of breakfast foods have textures that I really don't like. I don't like a lot of breakfast foods, but I'm so glad that I finally found something that works for me, even if it's just like a bagel. When I have more time, like when I'm off work, I like to do like mushrooms on toast or have like a mini fry up type situation. I prefer those kinds of foods, especially a cooked breakfast. I much prefer like a hot breakfast than like a cold one, but obviously they take a really long time to make and I can't really have them when I'm at work and I'm in a rush. Question 39 is, do you take any pills or medication? I take a multivitamin with iron in it every day. I take a vegan omega-3 tablet and I take vitamin D every single day. I am a vegetarian, so I take supplements to sort of make sure I'm getting enough nutrition in my diet, and yeah, that's just what works for me. The omega-3 as well, I found, has really helped with my hair. It feels like it's a lot stronger, it's a lot thicker, and it's a lot shinier now that I take omega-3. Vitamin D is really good for your immune system, especially because I don't go outside very often, especially living in the UK where we don't get a lot of sun as well, so the vitamin D is really good. I think I might have to start taking iron separately because the ones that I'm taking that have got iron in them, I don't think they're really strong enough. I've not had like a proper blood test to confirm anything, but I feel quite tired quite a lot, and that's probably due to low iron levels. And I do try and supplement it with my diet as well, by eating lots of like dark leafy greens and stuff, but doesn't always work out that way, especially when I'm in a funk and I just want to eat like crap. So yeah. Question 40, what medical condition do you have? I am not diagnosed with anything. That's not to say that I'm completely healthy and normal, but I'm not diagnosed with anything, and yeah. Question 41, how many times have you been to the hospital? Apart from when I was born and apart from when my brother was born, just once. Question 42, have you seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I feel like nearly everyone will have seen that film. Question 43, where do you buy your jeans? The ones I'm wearing at the moment, these are from ASOS, but most of the time I get them from like ASOS, New Look, or Primark, depending on the kind of fit that I want. Question 44, what's the last compliment you got? I don't know. I don't know. One that stands out to me is when I reached 400 subscribers and I kind of just like posted it in Swoop's Discord, and Liam, who's one of my subscribers, he was just like, of course you've done it, like you're really consistent with your videos and like it's really good content, so that really made me smile, so thank you Liam, that was very kind. Question 44, do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? I try to, especially if I've had like a really interesting dream, I try and like commit it to memory, and sometimes I will write them down as well if they're really interesting, but sometimes like they just fade instantly, especially if there's something on my mind. Like the last few days since the kittens have arrived, I have like dreamed about the kittens, and then I wake up and I'm immediately like stressed, like thinking about feeding, making sure they're all right, especially because I've had to leave them alone all night. I'm trying to not be so stressed out with them. Where's the other one gone? Question 46 is, what flavour tea do you enjoy? I don't really like tea. I'm not a big tea drinker. The only tea I can really stomach is peppermint tea, and even then I haven't really had any for a really long time. I don't mind chamomile either when I need to like try and chill, but I don't particularly drink tea. I prefer coffee, and a coffee in a very specific way. I usually have it at home. I don't like to make it. I don't like to like order it from coffee shops because I get really anxious in a coffee shop and I'm like, I don't really know how to order properly, which sounds so stupid, but I like my coffee a very specific way, which is just some powdered like instant coffee stuff, a little bit of sugar, and then sort of a quarter hot water and 3/4 milk, which it's not very hot, but it's like perfect for me. Question 47, how many pairs of shoes do you own? I don't know. I have a pair of Docs, I have a couple of pairs of Vans, about 3 pairs of shoes that I have for work. One of them doesn't fit me anymore, so I probably need to get rid of those. I have a few pairs of heels, I have like these platform creeper type shoes, I have a new pair of high-heeled boots that I've barely been able to wear because the weather's not right for it at the moment and I need to wear them in a bit more. I have also like a pair of like patent leather style boots that I absolutely love, but because my ankles are really fat, I can't zip them up properly, so they don't fit very well, unfortunately, but I love them so much. They look so cool. Question 48. What religion would you raise your children as? I'm not religious, so I wouldn't really raise them as any religion in particular. But if, I mean, this is assuming I'm gonna have kids, which isn't even something I really think about, but I would just let them practice what they want. If they're interested in a particular religion at a certain age, you know, at a young age, I'm not going to stop them from looking into that. But yeah, so long as they're like respectful to other people and they don't try and cause any harm to other people, I don't particularly care what they want to practice. I was kind of raised as Christian. I went to 2 Christian schools, but my parents, like, we never went to church or anything. I think I was christened, but like we never went to church or anything. Never like really prayed, so I'm not particularly religious. I don't consider myself to belong to any one religion. I'm quite interested in like spirituality, and I do believe there is some sort of higher power, but I wouldn't raise my kids to believe one thing because it's not really up to me to tell them what is right. Like, they can sort of decide for themselves as they learn about religion. Question 49 is, how old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? 24? No, I don't know. I don't remember really. I think I kind of just had a realization, I guess. It's at like a young age, maybe around 10 years old. There wasn't really a time where I was like in a classroom with other kids and like one of them was like, you know, Santa's not real or anything like that. And like my parents never said to me like Santa's not real. We kind of still act like Santa's real, especially with my dad. He'll like ask for like a wish list for Christmas or something and he'll be like, oh, we'll see what Santa gets you, you know. So yeah, it's not, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how old I was, but yeah, I like to believe in magic. So I would like to pretend that Santa is actually out there. And then finally, question 50 is, why do you have a blog or a channel? Because I like it. I've been doing this for like 1.5 years now, and I love doing booktube. It's just really fun. It's a way for me to, oh god, I nearly kicked the camera over there. It's a way for me to talk about books and things, something that I absolutely love. So do you have to play with that right now? So yeah, it's just like a way for me to connect with people. I've met so many amazing people through booktube, especially joining Patreon communities as well, like Ro and Spooks especially. They fostered such a wonderful community, and I've met so many wonderful people online. I mean, I can't wait to meet people at IRL, which could be happening really soon. So yeah, I just love it. It's so much fun. So that was the 50 questions tag featuring cats running around like mad things. These kittens are very desperate for something to eat. Poor Cora has decided to go to sleep while she waits for me to finish filming. At the moment, they kind of have to stay in this room, which used to be my like games room office. I've had to move all my stuff upstairs to make space for these guys. I'm so in love with them. I'm just so in love with them. So people I would like to tag, I would love to see Andy's reaction or like answers to these questions. I don't know who else hasn't been tagged. I'm going to tag Spoops. I don't expect Spoops to do it, but I'm going to tag Spoops anyway. I'm not sure if she's already been tagged, but I'm going to tag Lisa from Lisa's Just Life to do this tag as well. So yeah, I would love to see you guys' answers to these questions. But that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and tell me some of your answers in the comments below to some of these questions. If you haven't already and would like to be, please do consider subscribing. I post a new video every single week. And that's it from me today, guys. Bye!